Hi guys, Garth here, welcome back to another Cosplay Extreme. This week we're doing a build. Well, yeah, because we haven't done a build in like forever. I'm sure you guys are like yearning for another build, so here it is. And I was going through the comments the other day, and I found this one which says, well, this is from Alpha and Omega, who says, hi, or hello, nice tutorial, thank you. Hasn't started yet, but let's do it anyways. Will you also do the crown of Kagiri? Don't know her alt name. Yes, because you asked, we will do Charlotte's crown. Charlotte being Charlotte from Blackrock Shooter series. So we're going to be doing this crown in the simplest way possible. So it's not like rocket science. Oh, it's never rocket science. Okay, it is rocket science sometimes. But yeah, we're going to do it in the easiest and cheapest way possible. So let's get into that and see what we need. Okay, now that we've decided what we're going to be building, this is our reference picture that I'm going to be working off of. You've got a front view, back view, side view. So if we take a look at this, we can see that we have one large, let's call it spike in the middle, in the middle of the crown, and then it goes sequentially two. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sizes, and at the back, the small ones, 1, 2, 3, we got 5 small spikes at the back of the crown. Now, what makes this crown a little different is you got to measure for the wig as well, because Charlotte seems to have a very poofy wig or hairdo. Also, if you take a look at the crown, the pieces don't go straight up, they slightly bent out, so we're going to need to figure out how we're going to do that. Probably use a piece of wire. So that said, let's take a look, see what we're going to need to do this build. What we're going to need for this build is a good surface to work on, obviously, hot glue gun, piece of scrap paper that we're just going to draw on, a ruler, a knife, pair of scissors, craft foam. This is the normal crazy foam or craft foam that you can buy at any hobby craft store. Some wire. This is just some armature wire that I've had laying around, so we're going to be using that. So first things first, we are going to sketch out our crown pieces. Okay, so this is more or less our first 3 sizes, the large one and the 2 smaller ones. There's still 3 more to do, decreasing in size obviously. So how this is going to work is there's one central spike, which is that one, the nice big one, and then each of the others are going to have 2 of each for the next 5, and then the last one, which is the tiny one, there's 5 of, which you saw in the reference picture. We're going to transfer these over to craft foam once they're cut out. Now that we've transferred all of these to our craft foam, we can cut this stuff out using our knives. So let's first do this, and we'll just make it a little bit more manageable. Okay, as you can see, I'm just freehanding this. So you guys can grab a ruler and follow it through. But if you just have a steady hand, you'll find that you can actually just run the blade down the lines straight without much trouble, to be quite honest. So now that we've got these boys cut out, what we can do is we can start reinforcing these so that they don't flop around. So what we're going to do is just grab a ruler so we can get our line more or less where we need it, and just give it a good press down so it gives us that, and we can do the same over here. What I've done is I've cut 2 pieces of wire. Right, so we're putting that one at the bottom, as you can see, and then this one across the top. The reason for that is so that we can shape this sucker a little bit, and it will keep its shape, and it's a little bit more rigid. So next step is hot glue. So now that we've got our piece of wire glued in there, what we can do is just grab it in the center and bend that side up a bit and bend that side up a bit, which then gives us this sort of nice shape over here. Following that, just fold it over. This is more or less what we're going for. So, with that said, we can get into doing all of these. How's that sound? Like a plan? Okay, great. So now that we've got all these boys wired up, what we're going to be doing is that, which is a very, very simple thing to do. Obviously, it's just taking pieces of offcuts, cutting a strip, and gluing it over the wire to sort of not just hide it, but also protect you from getting scratched. So I have done a few, as you can see, yeah, I'm going to do all of that and we can come back. So, okay, well, now that we've gotten all of these shaped or bent with the wire and lined, we can now get onto actually making the band. Now, how we're going to make the band is we're going to grab ourselves some craft foam again. We're going to be cutting 2 strips, which will go around your head, obviously, and we'll be sandwiching these boys in between the 2 halves of that, or in between the 2 strips, leaving those triangle bits exposed, which give us that nice zigzag. We're also going to be putting some wire on the inside of that band so it can hold its structure. I have measured my head, well, actually not my head, my wife's head, and that was 22 inches. 22, does that sound right? 22 inches. Well, before I say she has a fat head, let me go and remeasure. I'll be right back. And we're back, and yes, that is 22 inches. The reason for 22 inches, I'm giving an extra sort of ½ inch to give space for the wig, because Charlotte's hairdo is kind of poofy, so don't want the crown to like fit too tight and not give the wig movement space, I guess. So 22 inches that is. See the centimeter conversion right here. So let me get into that and we can get this build finished. Right, so what I've basically done is I've made these about 3 centimeters. So now it's time to start gluing all of this together. So, mark my center point over there, and we can start. Now I could have spent more time actually making this wire rounder, but yeah. Now Obviously this one will be going on the inside, over there. But before that goes on the inside, we will be sticking these boys down. So, now what I've done is I've numbered these boys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can keep them in sequence, so that I don't end up with the problem of not knowing what goes where. So it's a good idea just to number your pieces, and so on and so forth. But not to worry, there is a little bit more to come. So while I'm going around and around this circle, you guys can go make some coffee, and I will be back shortly. Okay, so now we've got all our spiky bits attached to our first band. So as you've seen, the pieces, or the crown pieces on her crown aren't exactly standing straight. They're all sort of bent out or bent away from her head. So we can do that quickly. Just get that, and that's why I've put some wire inside, so that you can actually pose these pieces, which gives you sort of a little bit more of a spread effect on the crown. Now that we've got that, we can glue this puppy around the inner circle, around the inside, in there. Now, we've got to seal this sucker up for paint. Being craft foam, as you know, we need to Mod Podge, or Plasti Dip, I don't know Plasti Dip, but Mod Podge it is. And we can let that dry and do a second coat when it's dry. Once that's done, get you guys back, and then we can paint this sucker up. And there you go, all Mod Podged up and ready to go. So now all we need to do is spray this boy down or paint it. Now there's two options. You can either spray paint it, which is my option, or you can grab yourself some acrylic paint and a paintbrush and paint it up. In the interest of time, I am going to spray paint this puppy. So let's go outside and do that. And there you go, Charlotte's crown in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Just 1 second. There we go. Suits me, right? Maybe I should wear this instead of the hat. If you guys do build Charlotte's crown, please send me a link. I'd love to see what you guys do. That's always interesting. Also, like, rate, subscribe. Please leave comments in the description below, because that helps me make more videos for you guys. It also makes me feel validated, and I need to feel validated. It's just one of those small things, you know, that I didn't say small things. That didn't come out right. See you guys in the next video. Awkward.